Hey, it's Tiffany at A Different Chick Farm and Orchards. I actually decided to come inside the greenhouse and show you our greenhouse since it's all nasty and raining outside and it's nice and warm in here. We have actually got, these are our raised beds. This one's actually new this year. We've got beets growing in it. We harvest the greens, sell them in our greens mix. We've got several different types of peppers. We've got a Millennia, which is an orange bell, Jimmy Nardello, Admiral Golden, more Millennia, Paradisium. It's actually Paradisium Aluta Sarge Centes. And I am sure I am butchering that name completely. But we've got that actually growing right now. Interesting little bell pepper. Can't wait to try that one. We've got our, this is actually a gooseberry and currant mix. It's called Justine. The great thing about it is it's got an amazing flavor and no thorns. Got several that, of course, do have thorns. Gooseberries have got those nice little thorns that prick you and quite painful. Got our boysenberries and hardy pomegranates from Baker Creek in the ground. Well, in pots, growing. We have got a new elderberry, and I will actually know what this one is. It's a Bob Gordon. So it will be available next year. Let's see, we actually grow most of our mints in hanging pots because that is the easiest way to keep up with it. That way it doesn't spread everywhere. We've got started these inside because they do not do well with cold. Navajo Sunset Agastache, which is a delicious tasting herb, great in teas. It's got a citrusy flavor to it. Smells amazing. It's got that mint, but also citrus to it. So we're excited to see what it's going to be like. We will be offering that one in produce boxes probably in the next 2 weeks or so. Let's see. Got another little elderberry growing here. Another Bob Gordon. Got more peppers growing. This is our quickest and easiest way of getting peppers. Got dahlias that I had actually started from seed, so we'll see what they turn out this year as. Got some more starts. These are little tiny Japanese cherry bushes. One has already rooted. I've got that in a pot. These look like they have rooted too. Just got them getting transferred to pots. Got more peppers. Got some little tiny peppers growing right here. And of course, our tomatoes, which are taller than me. But these guys have been growing in the greenhouse for several months now. Perfectly warm conditions, perfect amount of water, so they can grow really big. Most of these in the middle here are cherry tomatoes, which our customers love and our family loves. We've got cucumbers growing all over. We all love cucumbers. Customers love cucumbers. Regular pickling cucumbers, and we've got Telegraph Improved English cucumbers. Both of them are just delicious. We've got an Adams elderberry here. The Adams is a new one for me. I just got this one propagated this year, so next year, hopefully, I will have some to propagate and sell to our customers. New one for me too has been hardy kiwis. I have been successful at getting 2 Ken's Red and 1 Anna hardy kiwis going. I have got several that have been growing for a couple years out behind our barn along our fence line. Hopefully they'll start producing maybe next year. We'll see. These are are white guavas. I've always loved guavas, but I really fell in love with guavas when we went on a mission trip to Belize a couple years ago. They had them fresh there, and it was just such an amazing fruit. I couldn't get over it, and I found out you can grow them in the greenhouse. I have yet to get fruit off of them. This will be their 3rd year, so we'll see if this year is the lucky year. Keeping our fingers crossed. Our kale in our greenhouse is about seen its last days. We have picked and picked and picked and picked and picked off of it, and still has some more pickings to go, and we're keeping it fertilized with our organic garden tone. But as with everything, all vegetables have a life span, and I think we've about used all of it. We do not spray with insecticides, so some of our plants, this one back here, has some bug damage. Actually, you can see there's some snails back there, so they really love to munch on kale. So hopefully they stay back there and leave our other ones alone. These are some of our squashes for our greenhouse. You can see they're already growing and producing. I will be coming through here and fertilizing these probably tomorrow as they finish opening up. That way we can make sure we have fruit. We've got several male flowers. The male flowers have no fruit attached, and we've got females that have little tiny fruits. See, those are both male. Got some females there, some bigger females there, and some more down along the way. We've also got, this will stay in our greenhouse because it is a heat-loving tropical plant, but it's a butterfly pea. I've got 3 of them growing. They got to be transferred to bigger pots soon. But the butterfly pea, you can use it in teas. By itself, it actually doesn't really taste very good. But what it does, it will be a natural color changer. It'll actually turn like a normal glass of water or a clear glass of liquid. It'll turn it blue, and not just like a dull blue, but a bright, like blue, raspberry blue. And it's all natural, which is pretty cool. The other thing is, if you have an acidic drink like lemonade, it will turn it a bright electric purple, which is also pretty cool. And my kids thought that was pretty amazing, and I may have been a little excited about it too. Now, once again, if you're part of our Fresh Produce Box program, or CSAs, you will probably get tomatoes soon. Quite soon. The thing is full of tomatoes. If Alyssa and Morgan don't eat them all first. Like I said, that's a whole lot of tomatoes though. Got some little ones starting here. We've actually got some specifics and Cascade Lava, and I think we've got several Cascade Lavas. It's a good variety tomato. This is one of our grapevines. We will actually start our grape arbors probably late summer, early fall. This one's a Lakeland. We've got several other varieties growing: King of the North, Reliance, Canada's Ice, Concord. But we will actually start a full, small little vineyard. It's not going to be that big, but we're going to start that this late, like I said, late spring or late summer, middle summer possibly, depending on time frame. We've got Lucid Gems, my favorite Amana oranges. They are an amazing orange tomato with just knock you out flavor and sweetness. Pink Oxheart back there. You can actually see it's already starting to get its heart shape, which is how it got its name, Oxheart. They are an extremely meaty variety of tomato. Hardly any seeds. Very tasty. Great for slicing if you like slices of tomato with no seeds. Great if you like to make sauce, which that's what we do with our extra tomatoes. We've got vintage wine. You can see those beautiful stripes on it already. Red Siberian. This is actually a really good variety for greenhouse growing in the winter. We got this one started late, but it is very cold hardy. But it's a really good red tomato. We got Granny Cantrell, which is also a very old, extremely delicious one. Millionaire Core Debut, which also has that classic, almost heart shape, delicious, very, very meaty red tomato. That's also one of my favorites. I'm not really fond of red tomatoes, but the Core Debut is really, really delicious. Let's see, this one's hiding back there. Aha, Kellogg's Breakfast. Very old heirloom, classic tomato. Quite delicious. This is actually our Rutgers Dwarf. I call it a Rutgers Dwarf because we actually found a sprout of that from our Rutgers improved last year or the year before. So we've been saving seeds off of it, seeing which ones stay dwarf. So far, all of them have actually stayed dwarf. So we'll see how they turn out in the next couple of years. And we might have a fully dwarfing tomato plant that produces really good red tomatoes. We'll see. Let's see what we got back here. Afternoon Delight. Quite beautiful already. Still got a lot of growing to do. And if you'll notice, we had Steve, about a week or so ago, planted these tomatoes, and they have grown profusely. Of course, they have wonderful weather conditions right here in our greenhouse. Great for growing. The only thing is sometimes they get a little too warm, but we try to keep it under control. So, that's our greenhouse. There's our tomatoes. Look at all those tomatoes. Think of all that goodness in the next coming weeks. And like I said, if you've got a CSA or doing our fresh produce boxes, you are first in line for that deliciousness. So, there we go. We thank you and ask that you subscribe to our channel and keep up with us as you adventure with our gardening with us. Bye.